Today I wanted to explore a lot of people, I think are mystified by how do you play solos or just licks, cool licks over changes. And today I'm going to take one of the more common changes, A minor, G, F. Gosh, you'll hear this in so many songs, All Along the Watchtower, although it's done in different keys with Dylan and Hendrix. Dylan wrote it, of course. But also there's a lot of other songs that use this particular pattern, which is in this case I'm using an A minor, G to F because I think it's something everybody's familiar with. But the question then arises, how do you play over that? If somebody's playing a rhythm like I just played, if they're playing like a kind of a nice easy Watchtower rhythm. So what are some ideas to play over that? Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you just 6 notes to play, okay? Because I think that's a good way to start, rather than jumping all over the neck. Why not let's pick 6 notes that are contained in the A minor pentatonic scale, which we don't have to go over except to say that these are the notes. Okay? What are those notes? Okay, I'm on the 2nd fret of the G string, open G, 2nd fret of the D string, open D, 3rd fret of the A, and then an open A. I mean, that's pretty dead simple, right? I think most of us can do that. And you may be saying to yourself, well, that's pretty boring. What in the world can you do with that? Well, actually, you can do quite a little bit with it. And I'm about to show you what you can do and how to do it. So if we're only using these notes, okay, and I'm eventually going to stretch out, but I may not get there this time. But I wanted to keep it dead simple for you, because if you're playing with a friend or even a loop, and they're playing these changes, which I'm about to get going on here on my loop. Let's see what we can do with the very 6 notes I just showed you, and maybe I can come up with something that sounds reasonably interesting. So. So you see how I was able to do that just by working off, just those simple 4 notes. I only used 4 notes in the first passage. So there's a lot of it depends on the phrasing, what kind of space you leave in between the notes. And I think a lot of people get lost on this whole lead guitar scenario. They start playing too many notes because it's sort of exciting to play a lot of notes really fast. And I've taught a lot of kids. I ran a music program for years for kids called Boostar. And I noticed with a lot of the 13 to 18-year-olds, they had dexterity. They obviously had, pretty good young minds. But the problem is they were shoegazers. They would just try to play as fast as they could, like a machine gun, right? And what I tried to explain is, the stuff that really counts is not the machine gunner stuff, it's the sharpshooters. So once again, let me try that. And this time I'm going to do something interesting. You'll see what the change, halfway through I'm going to do a different thing. So let's see where we go. did there. I hit my tremolo. There's regular. Here's with tremolo. Well, kind of cool. Gets that kind of, what is that? It's like an old surf sound, right? So that's just something I like to play with. Even on acoustic guitar, I'll be doing gigs. A lot of times I'll run through my little rig and I'll have a little tremolo on it. I'm not a big fan of a lot of pedals in general, but man, give me some reverb and tremolo, I'm a happy guy. So now I wanted to, before I leave you, I wanted to add just one more part to this, because we talked about I'm going to add this second fret, which is the B note, second fret on the A string. A little more interesting. And then I'm also going to add, I'm going to give you a little more leash here. So it's an open E, a third fret on the E. Those are the added notes. So the added notes are, so the vocabulary now is increased to I'm going to leave the, I think I'll leave the tremolo on. It's not too much, I don't think. So let's see what I can do with those notes, and maybe you can take something home, or you're going to put this in your quiver. Here we go. I started climbing up in here, and I don't want to get into that except to say it's the same notes. So you can do the same up in this A minor box here. You can get a lot of mileage out of that as well. And that's for another day, because I'm running out of time here. But just know that in an A minor GF jam, and just for kicks, I'm going to show you how I did that, because a lot of people probably wonder if you're not familiar with loops. This is a fairly simple one. So I just hit the loop pedal, and so I just go. See what that happens, if it worked. Yeah. Now you'll notice that I've left a lot of space in between, right? Little Tom Petty. Next time I see you, I'll get into some double stops around this kind of thing. Mike Campbell from Tom Petty's band does it a lot, you know, sort of this kind of thing. I'll leave you with that. And so that's just some fun ways to experiment with an A minor GF change. As many of you know, I'm a big Mark Knopfler fan. And he does that kind of. But that also applies to this kind of change, like whether it's Sultans, you know. Similar changes, right? So you can apply that knowledge to all kinds of songs, all kinds of bands that you might love. If you like what you're hearing here, I appreciate you coming by, and check out my website, jimmydillon.com, if you want to add a /free. There's a bunch of free stuff there, or you can check out my courses and also my original music that's on there. I've been doing this for a while. So I hope you enjoyed that lesson. We'll see you down the road.